Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Imari Marie coming to you guys again. I know it's been such a long time since I feel like I've gotten on camera and actually recorded a video, but I know myself, if I stopped too long, I wasn't going to continue. And so far, I don't have like a ton of views. I appreciate all the views I have now and the subscribers, but it has like reached some people and people have responded and they like the stories that I share. So I do want to keep going for the sake of that. And then also to push myself out of my comfort zone and pursue what I actually wanted to start with this vlog. So today I am coming to you from my couch. It is a nice gloomy rainy day out. So not nice, a gloomy rainy day out. And I really do need to take down my hair. So as I take down my hair, this is a phony bun and there's some twists in the back and prep for a nice wash. I just want to give you a continuation story of where I left off in my last video. So if you've watched the last one, I kind of told you the moment where, not moment, but accident where I had my mindset shift a little bit, where I had to consider the problems or the errors made when I did overwork myself and felt alone and felt secluded to the point where I confided in alcohol and hit that pole and got a DUI. Again, never plan to do that again, but that is my truth and that is what happened in my testimony there. From there, once you get in, if you ever gotten a DUI, you know that you have to go to court. So I did go to court following that 2 days after, I think it was, and got my ruling and basically had to be on probation for a year. I lost my driver's license and I totaled my car. So I didn't have a car, at least for like the first 3 months after the accident, so from May to like August. In that time, again, it was hard. When you're on probation, you do have to take a class, which I did take, and I had to visit downtown every month and basically pee in a cup. It was the most degrading, kind of humiliating, I feel like, process I had to went through, and beyond that, the court fees alone were ridiculous. So definitely, again, a lesson well learned. But in that time, I wasn't looking for a relationship. I wasn't looking for anything. Was just kind of focused on myself, getting myself together, the fees that I had to pay, the process that I had to go through, and then not only that, but my own mental health as well. So again, wasn't looking for a relationship. Luckily, I had great bonds and was a good employee, so I did not lose any jobs. I was able to keep them and I did go back working. But in that time, I did not go back to the serving job. I actually cut a job off, so I ended up still just working 2 jobs. At one of my jobs, I had a friend. This is the phony bun, by the way. It's had its way overdue time in my hair. But that's what I usually do when I want to keep my hair in twist and keep them more protected. So, yeah. But when I was at one of my jobs, I had a mutual friend who did some work in our store, and he actually let me know that there was a person who was interested in me. They were in our store doing some work, and I guess they thought I was pretty cute. So asked to exchange numbers. So I did. I was like, why not? Like, no, it's not the best time to be in a relationship, but also I said, why not get out? Why not live a little bit? I was very hard on myself, so it was like a little bit after accident. I was like, what would a date harm? So we did end up going on a date. I think it was putt-putt, if I remember correctly. And then we went on a few more dates after that. This relationship was actually my first official boyfriend and girlfriend type relationship as well. And he was honestly a perfect gentleman. Like, he courted me, we went on dates, and when he actually asked me to be his girlfriend, we were actually at a drive-in movie and he had it all planned out, and he asked me before the movie started and I said yes. And I said, it was really good in the beginning, especially when I was first on my probation and work was a little bit slower and I was just working mainly one of my jobs until the other one started. Well, when my second job started back up, he was working a little bit more, I was working more, and we honestly didn't get to see each other as much as we'd like. Like, we would go out to eat, things like that, but it would be like days that would go by before we'd actually see each other. Also, before, after my accident, I wasn't driving, but when I actually got my license back, we started doing things more separately. So when I didn't have a car, he lived very, very close to my job. So it was very, very nice, very convenient that he would help with rides and transportation and picking me up and taking me home. It was a whole thing. But when we got separate cars, we didn't have to do that as much. And again, I think that put some distance between us as well. Until I got to a point where he asked to come over, and we sat down and we were just talking about not being able to see each other. And he did explain that he had like a first love, and she came back to his life, reached out, and he wanted to try things with her again. Now, will I say, when I was first told this, was I upset? Absolutely. I was like, what do you mean? Like, you're just wasting my time. Like, why'd you get in a relationship if you weren't over your ex, you know? But when I kind of reflect back on it, now that it's been a few years and it's after the fact, I honestly I'm not that mad. I honestly don't blame him as much as I thought I would in the beginning. I feel like that relationship happened for a reason. People are placed in your life for seasons sometimes, and that was a season that I felt like I had to go through. He was very, like I said, understanding. There was no judgment when I told him what happened to me here recently and what I was going through. Like, he could have easily been like, no, I don't want to get involved in this, but he was patient, he was understanding, and he was extremely helpful. So again, in the moment, I was upset, very, very upset, but in the end, again, I think he was placed, or that relation happened for a reason, and it helped me kind of rediscover myself, but also rediscover that I can make time for relationships, especially when I put myself first and my mental health first, instead of just drowning myself in my jobs as well. And then it also taught me that I can get in a relationship if I want to, and if the time allows. And it doesn't have to be that scary, and kind of what that kind of codependency kind of felt like for a little bit. To this day, I don't know what he's up to. I only wish him all the well. But that story, again, was just to share that it's okay. Like, say if you're going through a breakup and they went back to their ex or something like that, there's sometimes an underlying reason for that. Maybe they were in your life, or they placed in your life for a moment, but it had a purpose. It was a purpose, and it was a season that you were meant to go through. When I take down my hair, I swear it's an arm workout, because my arms are up here for a while, and I have a lot of twists back here that you cannot see underneath this bun, but again, it was just a nice little protective style. Oh, we can speed this up. Can we speed through this? Yeah. So another fun fact also about that relationship, though, I've technically only been in 2 serious relationships. I did date or go on dates and then talk to people, but official, like, boyfriend, girlfriend, I've only been in 2. And ironically, those have both been outside my race. I have not dated inside my race yet. Not by choice, but it just seems like maybe some of the other things people that I talk to that say that they are my same race, we just always end up talking. It's a talking stage, and it never ends up to a relationship. So again, not preference, but that is what usually, or what has happened in the past, ironically.